I'm just going to show you a little bit of my base design. We're loading in here. The first base you're going to see, well actually it depends on where I logged out. You might see the new base first, actually. Let's see. Dun da da da. Log in please. Taking a minute here. Apologies. Okay, so this is my brand new base that I built. I started off sort of with my typical design, which I'm going to just walk over to real quick and then I'll sort of explain what I got here. This is my typical design with the iron bars, 2 or 3 wide, with spikes underneath. Easy to repair the spikes. I usually do them on ground level instead of doing a pit because a pit usually takes extra work because you need a walkway down there in order to repair the spikes if it's too deep. So this is just usually a simple, easy base design. I usually do concrete, but because I'm playing around with cheats on, I use the stainless steel. That's the upgrade of steel that they recently added. Now, I tried the drawbridge design here for the ramp. Usually I do iron bars 2 out so that you can run up and jump a space of 2 to get in. But we do have issues where sometimes zombies get across during a horde night. And that's not fun, especially because it seems that the ferals are usually the ones that like to jump across, sometimes dogs, so nobody really wants that. So I kind of liked this. I kind of liked it with the ramp there because I still had this nice walkway that I could shoot through, but on Horde Night zombies couldn't jump across. However, then I realized what the problem was when we got a Screamer that came to visit, and that's if they're on the other side of the ramp, which they often do come across the ramp, you can't shoot them. They're just there. They're chilling. They're going to beat on your ramp. You can't do much about it. So what I did was I decided to use a design that a friend of mine saw on YouTube, and she built something like it, but I've modified it and I've used a few different blocks here to kind of test it out. So you can see here that I have concrete blocks with a layer of plate on top of it. I did that for a couple of reasons, mostly because I hate when grass is sitting flush with a block that's, you know, ground level. There's just sort of like a gap there, but if I place a plate over top of it, you don't really notice the gap. So it's just me being anal because I really hate that look. But now here's this new drawbridge, and there were a few issues with it. I will show what the issues were that I had with it in a second here, but I really like this. And if you're going to go with the pit design, it's really, really nice to have it here next to your door, because having it in front of my door, I can come in, close the ramp, and then if it is Horde Night and they somehow manage to jump across your gap, they still aren't getting to your door. So it's like a little extra level of protection there. But yeah, what I have here, I don't normally do the spiral staircase, but it was partially because I wanted to test out some of these new stairs that they added in with the railings, and also partially because down here at spike level I wanted to be able to walk all the way around and shoot anything from this side. Now, I don't know if you can see across, you'll see there's some pillars there, and those are the pillar 50s. So if we look up pillars, I'm just going to use the cheats, I cannot spell, you'll see that there's the 100 size, and that takes up almost the full block space, and then there's the 50s. And when you're crafting, you search pillar, and you'll see the 50s there as well. So, but what I've used here is arrow slits. These are a new block. I'm going to just go ahead and pull up arrow slits so you can take a look and see. So they come in a few different varieties: flagstone, cobblestone, and then wood all the way up to stainless steel, which is what I have here. So now I'm going to come down. This is the level right below the spikes. This is my lovely little science room. And I apologize, my frame rate is sucking a bit. I'm not sure what's going on, just lagging a tiny bit here. But the nice part about this is that the spikes can be repaired from below. And this is what she showed me and I like. And you can also loot bodies from below. Let's see, are any of these? Yeah, here you go. You can see right here. I can loot the bodies from below, which is real nice. So if you've got more than one person on for a horde, what you can do is have one person stay down here and repair your spikes, because these are steel spikes, but they're gonna take a lot to get once it goes live. I mean, because it takes 10 steel to upgrade each spike to a steel spike. So you're probably gonna have wood, maybe iron spikes to start with, and that's okay. So you're going to need somebody down here keeping your spikes in good repair. And getting some loot, some really good loot. Now this door is just, that leads to, or is going to lead to the old house, but I have not done that yet. But here is how you get up to spike level from the other side. Now here's the brilliant thing about the pillars, is not only can you shoot through them and zombies not get through, but you can see I can kill the bodies. And this is why it works best if you have two people, because you can have somebody up here destroying the bodies and the other person down there looting, repairing spikes, all that kind of good stuff. Now I think the way she does it and the way she saw it in the video was 4 wide. I only went with 3 because with the arrow slits I cannot repair the spikes through them. That just doesn't work. So what I'm going to do now is go back down and show the upstairs, just because it's fun. I'm proud of it. I had some fun building. And again, this was all built with cheats. It would have taken me forever to get the resources to put it together on my own. Down here, this is going to be the entrance to my mine. There's no mine yet. So this is my forge and workbench room. Next level up, we have our kitchen. And this sign here, that's something that can be crafted, as well as these lights. They're wonderful. Can be switched on and off. You'll see various different types of lights that I've used throughout this. Testing these out. Here's another variety of lights. And now over here's my fireplace. And you'll see it looks like there's a fire burning. What I did was, because I know that the cabinets are directly below, and they're covering it up so you can't see like a hole in my floor, is I took out where the floor was and I put an oil barrel, burning oil barrel down there. And then I put a cobblestone plate over top of it. So you get the effect of fire coming through the fireplace without having to actually have a campfire and fuel burning and building heat that would draw screamers. So that's just a nice little bonus. We come upstairs, and here is my little bedroom. Everything except, unless they've changed it, the bookcases is something that can be crafted or looted in here. And you'll see I used the shower glass. They changed the business glass so it's not translucent anymore. I really don't like it. It's ugly now. Was my favorite thing to use. So I opted for shower glass, even though there's some issues with it. Now I'm not really sure I like the oil barrel, but I'm leaving it for now. What I did up here was I built myself a little pool. Because look at that gorgeous view. Isn't that beautiful? You can come get into the pool, relax, cool yourself down. Love it. And granted, this is just a fluff room. You're not really going to come up here often. And what I did all the way around was I used these new railings. And I'm going to come fly over here just so you can sort of get an idea. And pull up railings. Now these are crafted, but just to make things go a little bit faster, I am pulling some out of cheats. And now what I did was you can turn these and put them flush on the outside of a building. So you'll see, because these are half blocks, I couldn't just put a whole railing here. You're only seeing half of the railing. Part of it is underneath because I put it flush against the side, the outside, and placed the block, which I tried doing that earlier when I was showing this video, and I could not manage to get it to stick. I'm not sure why. It may just be it's sticking because I don't really know. I am not really sure why it is sticking. Oh, I guess because it's on the side of this. Yeah, and that's technically a whole block. But I'm just going to throw those down there. But that allowed me to put the chairs the way they are. I would not have been able to put this chair or this chair over here like that if the railings had been on the inside instead of the outside. So now I'm going to take the fast way down and show you something here. You see these street lights? These are also craftable. You can turn them on and off. And there's one other thing I wanted to show you with the drawbridge that I forgot about while I was down here. So I'm going to do that now. Oh, there we go. Close this. Alright. So, because of the way the drawbridge lays, I had some issues with some of my blocks over here. You'll see right here there's a giant gap, and that is because of the drawbridge. You can see it comes down here. It takes up a whole block. So if you're planning out building a big pit of spikes, it'd probably be best to keep this in mind. I didn't really keep it in mind when I was building, but so far so good. No issues with zombies getting into this little space. What I did here, where you see this stainless steel, is I placed plates above and I just reinforced it all the way to stainless steel so nothing could get through, and it's been good. I mean, yeah, it's not as cool as it could be if I could finish this all the way around, but it works and no problems yet. So that is why that is like that. I'm sure there's other ways I could have done it, but yeah. Anyway, I just wanted to show off the things I've been doing here, and thank you again for watching. Take care. Bye-bye.